It's perfect. I will let you present yourself first, and after that, I will have a list of questions.
Awesome. Hi. Well, so I'm Nikita. I'm the Director of Channel Partnerships and Alliances here at PartnerStack. So we're a tool and solution that helps companies launch, automate, manage, and scale everything from a simple referral program to an affiliate channel, all the way up to an agency reseller channel. And my role specifically is I work with a lot of our selling partners to continue to evangelize and really get PartnerStack out there and into the market through a lot of partner channels, which is very unique to our space because not a lot of people do that. So that's a little bit of background on me. I've been with the company for close to 5 years now, which is crazy because PartnerStack's only 6 years old, right? And so I joined really early on when we were about 6 employees, so the 4 co-founders and I think two other people. And so yeah, it's been crazy. Now we're over 180 people, which it's just been crazy to see that growth across the board.
But it's also nice. Yeah, I want to talk with you about the power of partnerships because your business is based on partnerships, right?
It is, yeah, completely, yeah.
How important is from your point of view partnerships for a SaaS business?
I think it's critically important, frankly, right? If you look at just all commerce out there, right? Whether it's B2B, B2C, 75% of it in the world is happens through a channel or through some kind of a partnership, right? But we tend to always look at the 25% that always happens through direct, right? So, me picking up a phone, calling a prospect and, getting their business. But so much of it happens through a third party, right? And so I think SaaS businesses, as they've continued to grow in, throughout the pandemic, have looked towards new avenues of growth. And I think that a lot of them, as they mature, start looking at that partnerships and that channel and that affiliate model as an opportunity to drive more business ultimately to themselves and continue the growth that they've known so far and maybe even accelerate that growth pretty substantially. So I'd say it's pretty critical just because at the end of the day, so many businesses drive so much revenue through channel. Like some of the biggest businesses that you and I know, Microsoft, for example, 90% of their business happens through partnerships and through the channel, right? And so we think about it like, okay, like that I think it's hard for us to really even comprehend the scale that happens on, because basically if you wanted to buy a Microsoft product, there's very few instances where you can actually reach out to Microsoft and reach a direct rep there. It's a good chance that you're going to buy it through a partner that they have instead of Microsoft directly. And you're starting to see a lot of other businesses see those kind of cost savings and those kind of knock-on effects of those partnerships and invest in the same kind of capacity.
Yeah, we are super affiliates, so we understand the importance, but
yeah.
From you, it sounds different because you are PartnerStack, you represent PartnerStack, and yeah, it's very good.
I know. It sounds different, and maybe I'm a little biased, but that's a good thing, right?
Yeah. What are the main benefits for a SaaS company to work with PartnerStack?
Yeah, totally. So it's I think the affiliate space has been around for a really long time, right? It's been around since the 90s, really since internet started taking off. And for a really long time, and even until PartnerStack came around, it was really focused on B2C e-commerce. And so your traditional players are really focused on that B2C e-commerce space. And it's been hard for them to get out of that. And I say that just because I've seen them kind of try to move into that direction, and it comes from just a fundamental misunderstanding of what B2B SaaS is, right? And so B2B SaaS is just different, right? Like there are different publishers, different affiliates that are involved, right, in the work, right? Like, a couponing site doesn't really drive the same amount of business or even any revenue for a B2B SaaS business because it's we don't do discount, we don't do coupons, right, on SaaS. And so so coming on to PartnerStack, sorry, I kind of went on a loop there, but coming back to why PartnerStack, we fundamentally understand B2B and SaaS, right? Like this is where we grew up. When PartnerStack was started 6 years ago now, the core thought process was how do we enable B2B SaaS partnerships and through affiliate and through channel and through agency, ultimately for SaaS companies, right? And so, we built our software around SaaS technologies, recurring commissions, ensuring that, a lot of those integrations that, aren't currently supported by the affiliate world, like CRM and Salesforce and HubSpot and Dynamics, can be supported through PartnerStack. But additionally, It's the marketplace. Our marketplace is a conglomeration of SaaS affiliates and SaaS businesses that want to promote specifically SaaS. And what's unique about SaaS too is an affiliate doesn't tend to promote just one solution. They promote a solution in a partner stack, almost. But basically, they'll promote like a PandaDoc for their contract management, and a Salesforce for their CRM, and a Asana or Monday.com for their like task management. But there's an opportunity for that affiliate to make money in a couple different buckets. Whereas within e-commerce, it's very specific to a core product line or a core product offering, right? So I think why PartnerStack, just because we fundamentally understand SaaS businesses and can help them grow as well.
I see. How hard is to implement an affiliate program with PartnerStack?
Not hard at all. I mean, it's actually very basic, right? So for a lot of organizations, it takes a couple of days to a couple of hours, right? And so the implementation itself is a couple steps, but let's say you want to do the most basic, just affiliate links, right? It's just a JS snippet in the header of your website or a server-to-server integration with your system, right? And so nothing particularly difficult. Obviously, with some larger organizations, it can take a couple of weeks, but that's usually a lot of that time is spent on ensuring that it gets into their roadmap and on their developers' timelines.
And the next question is regarding the automate your partner payout. How did you do that?
How do we do that? Yeah, it's a good question. So we partnered with PayPal and Stripe Connect. And so basically, whenever a vendor has partner payouts that need to be paid out to their affiliates, we issue an invoice to them. That invoice has all of the itemized line items for all of their partner payouts. And so somebody on their team, on their finance team, their CFO takes a look at that invoice and says, okay, like these are the payouts we want, make sure everything's correct. Once they approve that on PartnerStack, they make one payment to us, and then we pay out all the partners for them through PayPal and Stripe Connect, right? And so partners on their side will be able to see all of the rewards out to them, when they're actually going to get paid out, and then ultimately get paid out to their bank account of choice through their currency of choice as well. And what's super important is, and I mentioned something like really key there, is affiliates get to see when they get paid out. And the reason that that's important is so many different systems right now have trouble with that, right? Like I think affiliates do a lot of the work, but it's so hard for them to tell, like, when am I actually going to get paid, right? And so that was like a key problem that we really understood when we talked to a lot of affiliates in the space, and we really wanted to help solve there.
Yeah, we also had this issue in the past when we was small affiliates. Right now, as a super affiliates, it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Because you have a lot more power now, right? And so now it's like okay, like if you don't pay me, then we're just going to shut everything off.
Yeah, it's okay for us.
Yeah, so there's that.
Get access to the best partners. This is what we find on partnerstack.com. Get access to the best partners. What do you mean? You mean a SaaS company, after they are listed, a lot of media agencies and a lot of affiliates, right, will want to join to promote their brand, right?
Correct.
Yeah, we have some clients and we try to explain, guys, try PartnerStack instead of other platforms, just because also for us, for affiliates, are very, very important and very easy to use.
Yeah. A lot of clients and vendors, when they launch an affiliate program, they don't necessarily take into and I'm not saying this is but there's a subset of vendors that just kind of try to understand, like, how does it benefit them? Like, how does the platform ultimately make their lives easier? But the reality is, and really the only thing that should be a focus is, how does it make my affiliates or my partners' lives easier, right? Because they're the ones that ultimately drive the business for you. And so I think that's what's going to change over the next little bit in like the affiliate and just partnerships world and kind of channel world in general, is there's going to be a lot more emphasis on, what matters to the partner, because I think partners are kind of waking up, whether it's affiliates or channel partners or whoever it is, to the fact that, like, hey, I'm driving the business here. If you're not listening to me, then, like, what are we doing here, right? Like, what's the conversation, and why are we having this conversation, right? And so I think that's important, and it's important to call that out. And yeah.
I have a question different than PartnerStack, and what's the best business advice you know and you can share with our community?
Oh, that's a good question. I don't know. What's the best business advice I know? It's weird because I've been in business for a long time, but you never like get to like think about it like that. I don't know. It's probably it's something that we use kind of like as a mantra here, PartnerStack, but slow is smooth and smooth is fast, right? That's really kind of connected with me recently, and the reason I say that is because we try to move really quickly in life sometimes, right? And when we try to move quickly, you know, we don't do things smoothly, and things become choppy and it becomes difficult, right, as you continue to move up. But if you think about things and you start planning them out, and you can start off slow and you kind of accelerate in that process and you do it smoothly, then that typically increases the rate at which you actually adopt something, right? So I don't know if it's the best business advice that I have, but it's just something that's resonated with me recently, and so that's really helped. But yeah, like if you're really focusing on a problem, right? I know, you know, there's time crunches and everything, but think about it, you know, holistically, plan for it, start executing, but do it smoothly, right? And do it slowly, do it methodically, because that'll ultimately help you get where you want faster.
Thank you very much. It's a good one. It's you really impressive. It's
Good.
true. It's also good advice also for me. Sometimes I lose, I forgot about it and I go in trouble. Doesn't matter. We all understand that we need to move fast, to adapt fast our businesses, right? But fast could be slow by slow, and just the impression is it's fast, but the reality, you need to work to create connections, to do a lot of stuff to succeed with your business, right?
Absolutely, right. And like that's kind of the core with it, is that I think I'm the exact same way, where I want to move super quickly. I want to, you know, get this done, and sometimes it frustrates me, right? How slow things are moving. But the reality is you know, good things take time and good things build upon each other, right? And so you know, do everything that you can on a daily basis to continue to grow, right? And so I think like the thing that you should be frustrated by in life is like things that you can't control, that you can change, right? So if you could have done a little bit more this day, and that would have like continued to push you up, like that can frustrate you. But I think it's tough to be frustrated or annoyed by things that aren't in your control sometimes, and kind of go from there.
The last question: do you think, you mentioned that SaaS don't use coupons, right?
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes, but most of the companies don't use, right?
Yeah.
Do you think in the past they will use?
Do I think they will use?
In the future, sorry, in the future.
Oh, in the future? Yeah, so it depends, right? It depends on the types of SaaS businesses that are there, right? So instead of coupons necessarily, what I see is something a little bit different, but it resembles it, right? And so what they'll do is they'll create pages for their affiliates that are, you know, have a discount applied to them, right? So for example, you know, Unbounce does this really well, right? Where certain affiliates get a specific landing page that they drive their clients to, and there's a applied discount, right? And so it's not like there's necessarily a coupon code where it's like, okay, put this in, but there's a discount applied to those affiliates like end buyers. And so it's not couponing per se, but it ultimately gets the exact same thing out of those partners, right? Which is a discount at the end of the day. And so I think basically couponing is just evolving for the SaaS world. I don't know if they'll use it in its traditional form, right? Where, you know, there's a coupon and like you kind of apply it. I think it'll evolve into sort of these like co-branded landing pages with an applied discount at the end, because I think that'll drive more, you know, value to both parties, right? It'll drive better tracking and attribution, so that, you know, unlike a coupon code, sometimes like it gets missed, right? Or somebody doesn't put it in, right? And so it'll ultimately drive better tracking attribution and discounting that is more strategic and ultimately benefits both parties a little better.
You know, thank you very much for your time, and thank you very much for creating a better society day by day. This is my feeling about you and about the company you are working for.
Well, thank you. It's really nice for you to say that. It's you know, I think that all that we do every day that we come into PartnerStack is we try to be a little bit better, right? And really kind of just put that into our work. And I'm glad that comes through, and I'm hopeful that we can kind of continue to build on that.
You know, when people read, this is the last thing I want to discuss with you. When people read a news on TechCrunch or on other media platform about PartnerStack raise, doesn't matter, more than 20 million, 30, they don't understand how hard work you put, guys. Skin in the game, and a lot of headaches and a lot of work.
Oh, so many,
yeah?
so many sleepless nights, right? And so much of that, right? Like it, you know, I think I have to thank, you know, our co-founders for sure, because I think over the last 5 to 6 years, they're the ones that have taken a lot of like the true brunt and force of some of this. But no, I mean, it's at the end of the day, this company is made up of people, right? And the people are what ultimately change the direction of our business, and ultimately are what makes us successful, right? And so I think we recognize that as an organization, and we've invested in the people that are here at PartnerStack. So, you know, I can confidently say, like, everybody at PartnerStack actually cares about our mission, right? Like, they care about moving this forward. They care about changing the industry, right? And so I think that that's a superpower that we have that we don't necessarily recognize enough, but ultimately, like, it changes things, right? Like, if the people that we employ are like care about changing the affiliate space, they'll change it, right? And so I don't know if everyone can say that, but I know I'm proud of the company that we are.
Thank you very much for your time. I wish you a fantastic day, and thank you very much.
Thank you. I wish you a fantastic day too.
Bye now.